Just let us know as my screen sharing's not working. Just a second. Oh, here we go. Okay, so welcome to Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. As you guys had a plan to kidnap some children. Now, no doubt you've completely forgot about what your plan was. So, here, Chosen of the Oracle versus Chosen, the prophesized ones. What would you like to do?
So we had a plan, but did we settle on that plan?
The plan has changed a bunch of times already.
Yeah.
Old bug don't remember plan. Stupid cow brain.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
I say we just wing it.
So remind me what the plan was before we went in?
This helps at all.
Cassandra
This
makes
is
a distraction.
Sorry, I'm just showing you the map of the lower level.
Oh, yes. The gremlins.
And this is, of course, is how you remembered it. Is it going to be like there when you return? That's a whole other question.
Yeah, Cassandra makes a distraction. A couple people go downstairs, and I think there was people being put to sleep and other people, children being brought up invisible, and yeah, nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just guarding a door. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, you're able to get in the door, and then I'm going to be a spider, cast about Trace, and then I think you were Crow or Corin?
Corin.
Corin is going to be, I think, invisible. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, and then after distraction, names. I know your names. Next is going to so Ness was in my head. Next is going to try to open the lock. We're going to try to go down there. We're going to try to put the kids and the guards to sleep, and get one out. We got stuck on getting one out, didn't we? Bella, do you have a solution on getting them out of the cave? Is Sam going to do something? No.
I was just gonna make the cage bigger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Cage bigger. Gotcha. Okay. And then back to invisible to the kid, and then try to get out, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Right. The reality is, we're gonna walk in the door, get in a big fight, and then fight our way out. Right.
Yeah.
Which, if you remember, Queen Vela said, "Don't do that." Whether it happens or not, it's up to you. But
She said
remember, she said, "Be subtle about it."
Yeah, and most important, don't kill anybody. So everything has to be non-lethal, right? Plan is not to get be seen at all. Be like Drax invisible. And then
Very good.
you can tell my confidence in our plan is not very high. Okay. We have a plan. So that's our plan. So before we get to there, any prep we need to do? So I mean, I'll be a spider pretty early on. I'll ride on Nex's shoulder, I guess.
We'll be casting Disguise Self to look like one of the priestesses.
Okay, so next you're casting Disguise
I'm
Self
gonna cast
on yourself?
Trace to be a spider.
Yes.
And what do you... Is it a concentration spell, just out of interest?
Nope.
Okay, so put the invisible... I won't put the invisible icon because we have other invisible players. We'll do this one because you're confusing people with your Disguise Self. And what do you disguise yourself to look like next?
Just a generic priest of...
Okay.
the temple of
Yep.
the.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So looking like one of these people, in other words.
Yes.
Just a generic black-robed acolyte. Okay, cool. I will take this as written that you're doing this away from the front door of the temple, but this is just the easiest way to organize it. So, okay.
Correct.
So next you look, you look like one of these people. And you feel maybe the disguise might be extra useful because you notice when these acolytes go around, they tend to have their head bowed and the cowl of the hood covering most of their face. So it might be, extra disguised, which is good. Okay, what are the rest of you yahoos doing?
So, Finn's gonna cast Pass Without Trace, and then we'll hide, I guess, within Neck's close until the lock's picked. Because
Pass without
with Bell, I'll be floating in the air.
and pass without a trace is concentration. So I'll have that on you. I have little tiny Finn over here because you're a spider-sized spider, right? As opposed to a giant spider or anything.
Yep.
And who are you hiding?
Just no, a giant spider.
In next, as long as Nex doesn't freak out with Nex and Nex road or something.
Okay. Assume you're okay with that.
The shoulder Nex until the door's open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cassandra? Cassandra? Oh, sorry, Crow? Oh, Cassandra, for that matter.
How many followers do we usually have around us when we travel anywhere?
50?
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use them as my distraction.
Yeah, imagine, I think you're kind of the way people are treating you. Think of yourself as a beetle, right? One of the Beatles. Crowds came around and just followed them. It was impossible to move around for them. So that's you guys. That's the amount of fame that you have at the moment. Beetle-like. Okay, so you're going to come along with a bunch of devotees and use that. Okay. Corin, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It is Corin?
Yes, yeah, it's cool.
Okay, all right.
She's going to be she's taken out her blanket, kind of wrapped it around herself so that it kind of almost looks like a cloak. And she is going to turn herself invisible, and then just gently hold on to like a piece of Nex's clothes as I'm kind of being guided around.
Okay, so concentrating on invisible and grabbing a hold of the hem of the non-cloak, but something on Nex, because technically Nex is not wearing the black robes, but that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Cassandra, okay, so easy enough for Corin, Nex, and Finn.
Bullbugs stay with Cass. Protect Cassandra.
Bullbug and his great intelligence of -2 thinks it is a celebration of Cassandra for being the only person to ever best Bullbug. So if Cassandra will allow it, he will be like hoisting Cassandra up and Cassandra riding on Bullbug's shoulders, showing Cassandra off to the 50 people. Like, Cassandra, great champion, only one be able to defeat Bullbug. Great hero, Cassandra.
Perfect.
Okay, so move Cassandra on top of Bullbug. Now anybody idea what Kythian was planning to do?
He didn't.
He was part of this plan.
He didn't. Yeah, he never really found a place for him. His only suggestion was not to have too many go down.
Yeah, right. Things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
I guess since he's not here, it's probably easier just to have him up top with us, I guess.
Okay.
Or is he going down with?
Was he supposed to put anyone to sleep or do any of that stuff?
No, his whole thing was not to have too many go downstairs. He was really trying to advocate for fewer going downstairs. I think Sam might go down there, but we never figured out how. Because Sam has some spells that could be helpful, but
I could go and visit. That would be helpful.
Okay. do
Or
you
I
wish
could just stay up. You guys should decide. I could also just stay up as part of the distraction crew and like play songs and stuff. That might be easier, given I can't really see the screen.
Oh, okay. That
Just
might
to
be
keep
easier.
it easy.
Okay, so we'll say you're causing
So
a
I'll just stay up.
distraction with Bullbug and Cassandra up top.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Now we'll put out Kythion does have silence. I feel that might be something he was planning to do.
We did talk about it, but he kept talking about not wanting too many people to go down there. But I think silence could be really important in that room, wherever the room the kids are, because they'll all scream. It really catches how many guards are down there. Putting a bunch of kids to sleep is easy. Putting guards to sleep and kids to sleep may be next to impossible.
I mean, he's fairly sneaky. We could probably have him go down also.
His stealth is +6.
Yeah.
Or +16, I guess, with the pass without a trace.
Right.
I don't know, it's up to the underneath squad if they want him there or not, because I'm sure.
Corman, what do you want to do? You want to have a caster in there to help with silence stuff?
I think we should be okay.
Okay.
How are you distracted? Oh, you're going to try and put them all to sleep. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glad I could answer your question.
Yeah, I realized as soon as I asked. I hope they all fall asleep. That's all.
I know. I'm with you.
And that's how I'm wondering if we need like another person as a backup plan.
What's our
Because even if we put
what's
them
our-
to sleep, they're only asleep for a minute.
yeah? What's our safe word to you guys when we're
Ball
How are we
bog.
telling you guys? Bullbug. That works. How do we tell you
Does-
guys to
does
need
Met-
help?
Does message
Okay.
work if we're not in eyesight? I don't remember how far the range of
It
message
does,
would be.
as long as you know their
Okay.
general direction.
I think it's 120
So I could be-
feet.
Sam?
I could be messaging and even go invisible inside to like stay within 120 feet. Just to like convey messages. So that would be useful.
You can't be invisible and do the cantrip because it's a spell. But you can do one or the other. You could be somewhere nearby and just constantly messaging.
I could be inside listening if things go really badly, and just listening for like screaming might be another option.
So our code word is our usual code word help really loudly.
Help.
That's our safe
Help.
word.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our word. See, we need help. So
Very inconspicuous word.
I know, right? All right.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Too
you
many
go.
words for ball bog.
Okay. So, where are you starting? Like, Pass Without a Trace can last for an hour. Disguise Self, I think, is a long time as well.
Yeah. It is also an hour.
There we go. Okay, so we'll have you starting off in the palace. Unless you want to start somewhere else, we'll bring up the city map so we can have a better perspective on the whole thing. So where are you starting your shenanigans?
I mean, on the way there, I'll tell, like all of our followers, I guess, our posse, if you will, that we're going to be having like a celebration in the Temple of Lutheria.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. You said there's about 50 of them.
Yeah.
And then I'll give each one a gold coin, telling them not to leave, even if they pressured into leaving.
About half of the 50 cheer and say, "Yeah, Lutheria! Whoop, whoop, whoop!" And the other half, "Why didn't we celebrate at the Temple of the Five? Have you changed sides, Cassandra?"
No, we have business there. I can't really get into the details. We are always.
It's a secret mission! Everybody, we're following Cassandra along on a secret mission! Everybody be quiet! And they start yelling.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, here's your gold coins, everyone. Just try to keep it, secret. And yeah, just hang out in the Temple of Lutheria as long as you can. I'll give some autographs, kiss some babies, lift some people up if they want.
So you handing
And,
out
let's
50
just
gold
have a good
pieces?
I am.
Okay, let's make sure you dock that 50 GP. And yeah,
Yo.
the 50 gratefully accept the gold coin, start referring to you as Cassandra the Generous. And you well, they're not mentioning Temple of Lutheria and everything, but before long, word gets out that you're handing out gold people, and even more people start following.
More the merrier, I guess.
Okay, so you lead them to Temple of Lutheria, with Bullbug holding you aloft on his shoulders, and Python and
Just
Tethys.
steer Bulbug by the horn.
Okay, and it's not hard to follow you. I mean, not hard to spot you in the crowd. I mean, Cassandra is lithe, like Bruce Lee. I think we described her before, but Bullbug stands out in the crowds for numerous reasons. Okay, and Corin next, and Finn, you're following up, leading, going first, merging into the crowd.
I would be I want to get ahead of this. I'm already disguised. I would keep them in sight behind me, 100 feet or so.
Sure.
I'd be ahead and get into position, kneeling, praying. I don't know if Fen would be on me. I don't know if Corin is still holding on to me or not. But if she is, I'd move very slowly and patiently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes,
I'll still be like hanging on to you. And I'll try to be like, I'll angle myself so that I'm like always slightly behind you
Sure.
as we're walking past people.
Okay. So, well, you definitely look like an acolyte. Pass without a trace is going, I assume, Finn?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, cool. You can make me, it's your choice, Nix. You can make me a deception check or a performance check at advantage given your disguise self. $19, very good. Okay, no one pays you in particular attention, but one of the twins, Septia, she nods at you and says, "Praise be to Lutheria."
Would I know the whatever moniker they might use?
You suspect you just need to say the same thing back.
Okay, then I say the same thing back. I make a voice and just keep my head low and hood down.
Sure, I'll say with your deception of 19, it's easy enough to not be recognizable. Okay, and you continue acting like an acolyte. and you hear some loud footsteps approaching. What are what is Team B doing?
I'm just gonna like usher people into the temple and tell them that let's get in there and do this celebration.
Septia
Yeah, there it
and
is.
Trellis, the twins. Remember, one's they're kind of almost androgynous, but one's a male and one's a female. But they walk that line. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't accommodate all these people. This is for worshippers of Lutheria. I know you walk for the 5. What are you doing?
As soon as they go and the priests are distracted, I would make my move for the
Okay.
door.
We'll do the distraction, and we'll keep in mind that you're doing something while this distraction's happening. So the twins, they're saying, "What are you doing? No, we can't have this rebel in here. What are you up to?"
I'll just like hop off of Bullbug's shoulders and like go down and talk to them and just like I just want to apologize for last time, so I figured I'd bring some people and
Does that add to your
celebration
apology?
and
You need to apologize
and
for
I'll
this
also
now.
like I'll like give them. I'm gonna be so poor after this. I'm gonna like give them some gold as like an apology and like ask if we could just like spend some time here and
How much?
Oh god. I'll start it. I'll start it at 10 gold and work my way up from there maybe.
Okay, so you kind of palm her 10 gold, or hand it to her, and what do you say?
As an apology for earlier, and then I'll give like another 15 to like compensate for like bringing all these people, and if they could just let us in for a bit. There are some followers with us, and I figured I'd bring more people to like their temple, and maybe they'll get some more followers out of it. Who knows? Just as like an apology.
Phyllis says, I make a persuasion with advantage. Because you're gold. The DC, we'll see what the DC is. So persuasion with advantage. We'll see if you get within Kui. And imagine it's Cassandra's great. What am I talking about? +5. Beautiful. It says, okay, all worshippers of Lutheria come to this side. All worshippers of the 5 to this side. And she starts rearranging with a brother gonna sit people, genuine worshippers of Lutheria. Okay, everybody come in 5 at a time. Say your prayers. Add a donation to the box, and then we'll send in another 5. And people are shuffling around and shouting. It's causing chaos. Some people are accusing other people of being worshippers of Lutheria, while other people are accusing other people of being worshippers of the 5.
Perfect.
It's just complete chaos. But after a while, which we'll see how the rest of Team Alpha goes. But 5 people come in, and sometimes it's 7, and Trellis pushes them out, and it's chaos. But she's happy. She's made 25 gold pieces off you, and she's asking for donations from these people as well. So chaos, but she's enjoying it. Okay, Team Alpha. Nix, with Corin towing in tightly behind with Fen tucked on your shoulder, you come to the door. It is locked.
Pick that lock.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check to try and pick the lock.
Oh, my bad.
16.
Not terrible.
I'm going to say with pass without a trace, the door clicks open, and no one even really acknowledges your presence.
I let Finn hop onto Corin and close the door behind them.
Okay. And you head down the stairs.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll
And I'll
just.
like pray right there with the door right behind me,
Ah, so-
listening.
I
as-
see. Just okay. So just Corin and Finn downstairs. Okay. Let me move Corin and Finn downstairs.
Good luck.
So Corin
Good luck storming the castle.
and Finn. Oops. Not do Corin. I say Corin and Finn. You should be on a new map. Oh, Nix, you're not there. So you're like
Not yet.
up in that area there.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so right on the top there should be just Corin and Finn seeing this because the rest of you don't know what's happening.
You removed my sight. Oh no, I can't see anything anymore.
That's good. So... Oh wait, no. Oh no, I did that completely wrong. That goes to there. That goes to there. And yes, I did that wrong. Let me put you back on there next. So just guarding by that door. And disguised.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we should have Finn and Corin up in the top left of this room.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm going to do just one quick thing. That back on. Okay, what do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna go close to this wall and I think kind of slink my way down is what we're gonna do.
Okay, so number one, you are
yeah.
invisible.
Actually,
Number two, you have
I'll climb on
passed
the wall.
without a trace. And I'm going to say, Finn, as you're just resting on her shoulder, no need for you to make a sleight of hand. Sorry, stealth. So,
Okay.
Corin, stealth at advantage and a +10.
Okay, I'm just doing the with advantage because that's all it's gonna let me do at first.
Sure, I'll just manually add 10. So, 27. Okay, you see these acolytes kind of going about their business, arranging sleeping quarters, not paying any attention at all. I mean, 27 is a remarkably good stealth. You do notice something unfortunate on this table.
Yes. What does that one look like? I mean, other than
that's
like
hard.
dead.
It doesn't look like one of the two that you identified. The intel from Queen Velis.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the. Anyway, not the two you recognize that you're looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna continue making my way down.
Yeah, you see a bunch of children. They all look fairly depressed. Ages 7 to 13, that sort of range.
Okay. I'm looking to see if I can make out which one is Christos.
Not hard, not difficult to spot, given the description. See, Christos is the one with the red dot on him for his red hair.
Okay. That's the one I know for sure is probably safe. just out of curiosity, I'm gonna take a peek around this corner. Okay. Same issue there.
As you're wondering what to do, I mean, these are not static people either. A couple of the devotees of Lutheria, the Black Robe, they take a knee in front of these side statues of Lutheria. But once again, paying you no mind.
Okay. Um. Is this like a blood circle? What is this?
It's just like a brazier in the center. So think of it as a brazier on a mat. Nothing that
Okay,
ominous.
so it's like a carpet. Okay.
Yeah. Notice another priest comes behind you and starts doing some work at the altar, the main altar. Maybe cleaning up.
Okay, I'm gonna take a peek around the corner to see if the other one is kind of. They're just vibing.
They're just vibing. That's a good word.
When I get pretty close, is he awake? Is he sleeping?
He's not sleeping, though he looks exhausted. Looks like he's trying to nod off, but it's just too damn uncomfortable to do that. But he's awake.
Okay. This isn't gonna sound threatening at all, but I'm going to lean down, and as quietly as I can, I'm going to say, "Stay quiet. We're gonna rescue you."
Make a persuasion check for me, Karen.
Okay, I do have it at advantage naturally just because of my race.
Oh, okay, good. He looks around confused and says, "Who is that? It's the voices in my head again. I must behave. I must be quiet. Be quiet. Shh."
Ugh. uh, Feels cruel to say, but I'll say your parents miss you. Whispering, of course.
You know my parents? He says, I'm just assuming he's whispering, but I'm just trying to be audible at
Yeah.
the same time. So he's whispering. I assume you are as well. So we'll
Yes,
just talk
yeah.
normally and assume that we're whispering.
Yeah. Okay.
You know my parents?
Yes. They sent us here to save you.
But they sent me here to learn. I don't understand.
Do you like being here?
He looks around and, I mean, he looks depressed, but he's not malnourished. He's well clothed. He's clean. But then he looks around and you see there are dead bodies around. There are skulls. You know that at least someone he knew in passing is currently dead on the altar. And he said, is that a trick question, miss? No one would like it here.
No. Okay, I'm just making sure.
But my parents sent me here for teachings. If I become a great priest of Lutheria, then it'll be good for the family. Why did they send me here then want me to go?
Because they realized that they were wrong.
Well,
Yep.
this is not at all what I expected. And I mean, they kept their promise. We're fed, we're clothed, we're educated. But that girl on the altar, she dared to question, and well, you see what happened to her. So the truth was laced with lies. It's not what I expect, and I guarantee it's not what my parents expected either.
Yes, that's exactly why we're trying to get you out.
Hey, Rick, who the hell are you?
A hero?
A hero.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I need a hero right about now. Okay. How are you going to get me out, miss?
I'll take a look at the cage. Um, so right now, is it possible for him to fit through it all?
No. And you notice there's a young lady in there as well. You know nothing about her, but she seems equally miserable and just kind of curled up in the corner. Awake! But yeah, she's in the cage as well. And no, the cage is designed for not letting the children out, so you cannot just slip out. Are you still there, miss? What are you going to do?
Yes, sorry, I am invisible. I'm going to kind of duck as close to the ground as I can, and I am going to actually try. I'm gonna have to drop invisibility, so we'll see how this is go. I'm covered in a blanket,
Oh, yes, you did
and
say that, yep.
Yep. I'm gonna stay close to the ground, trying to sneak myself that way. And I'm going to try to. It's gonna cause a little bit of a panic. If
You'll sleep.
well,
Sleep first.
does it look like I can reduce this person, like make them small, and will they be able to get out?
Let's see, it halves them in all directions, right? And quarters their weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, if it was half his size, he could absolutely slip through.
Okay. So I'm going to warn them that I'm going to make them small, and they need to wiggle out of the cage, and I'm going to make them invisible, and then we are going to leave. But I need them to stay incredibly silent the entire time. They need to not say anything.
Okay. Finn, are you doing anything while Corin's going through this?
No, he's staying on top of Corin and waiting to be needed, basically.
Okay.
Passive trace still up, so he's using that, and he's just staying inconspicuous.
Wait a minute. Is Finn at the moment a floating spider?
Yep.
She's invisible. So that's the question. So it depends on if I'm under her cloth, am I invisible or am I visible, floating?
No. I don't mean.
Okay, so what I would be doing, if I need to be off her, then I would be off her, and I would be climbing on the wall beside her or the ceiling beside her.
Okay, so just a spider hanging out.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, given this is an attic, given that there are some skeletons around here, given that there are dead bodies and blood, I don't imagine a spider is terribly much out of place. So unless you do something like bite someone or something, I think you can fairly easily get away with it. But technically, you're not invisible. So
yeah, and I'm very still and trying to blend in and just stay close enough to Corin to keep path trace effective.
Okay, yeah, well, make a stealth check.
Yeah. Sure.
As a spider with a +10.
Okay. So it'd be stealth +4.
So stealth +14. So
There you
6.
go. +4. So there you go. 16. 26.
Okay, so you're scurrying around. Doesn't make sense to ride on Corin's shoulder anymore because you'd be a floating spider, but just
Mhm.
scurrying around her feet
Mhm.
generally. Okay, doing your
Right.
best to avoid her invisible squashy feet.
Yeah, the ceiling is how high is the ceiling? The
Be
crazy
20
high?
feet. You can scurry up on the ceiling if you want.
Yeah, yeah, I'll stay on the ceiling.
Okay. All right. So upstairs, the people continue to filter through. Is there anything anybody topside is doing other than stirring the pot?
Yeah, just being a nuisance without being a nuisance. If that
Bulldog?
makes sense.
I'm assuming Cassandra is holding Bullbug back from him charging in to get the wine.
Yeah, but that is our backup plan if things go wrong.
So Bullbug's just drooling, looking all the wine. Wine.
Okay. Now, strangely, in the history of D&D, this is actually a plan that is coming together. Crowds going in and out.
We're not here yet.
Well, the topside plan anyway. Team Bravo. Trellis and Septia, the twins, are kind of beside themselves. But as I said, the people who are coming in, who claim to be worships of Lutheria, are indeed depositing, copper pieces in the proverbial. What are the priests? What are into the? I forget what you call it. Into the offering. There we go. Into the offering for the temple. So they're kind of happy. Yep. So the secondary part for your plan, Cassandra and Bullbug, isn't really needed because it's going swimmingly well. I can't see a reason why it wouldn't. They're getting money and people are worshipping in their temple. I know what a lot of religious folks want. Okay, so back into the attic, into the basement. He says, you're gonna shrink me, miss.
Yep.
And then what do I do? Do I run?
Nope. I am just outside the cage. I'm going to grab your hand, and then I'm going to make you not small anymore, but we're going to be invisible, so we have to be very quiet because we're being sneaky.
What did you roll for your persuasion? What was it? 24.
24. Yeah.
Just one last question, miss. So you see, you free me from here, and we get out, and you take me back to my parents. Might they just send me back here again?
They won't be doing that. We would like to have a few words with you to kind of figure out what's going on here so that other people can know and so that we can save others as well. We can only save you right now, but we'd like to save everybody.
I don't know why, miss, but you got a very nice voice. I trust you. Okay, let's do this.
Okay. So first step. Let's see, how long does this take? Just check something here. Okay, first step. I'm a blanket ghost, it looks like, and I'm dropping the invisibility.
So
I'm going to...
you're standing upright with a blanket over your head.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a
the
blanket ghost.
Yep. And
yeah.
the boy is
I'm
reaching his
going
hand out, expecting you to do something.
Yeah. Step one. I'm still trying to be a little bit sneaky, but I'm going to cast sleep over here It's a 20 feet thing. Over
Okay, well,
here somewhere.
I
So that
wanted-
it's. I can't.
let's
I can only
one of
get
these
so many
on.
in one. Okay. You know what? We're gonna reduce the kid first. That can stay in the corner for a second because I'm gonna need it in like half a minute, or not even half a minute. But we're gonna reduce the kid.
Let me just check one thing. Okay, so that's where you plan to target the sleep spell?
No,
Oh,
no.
we're just leaving it there for now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just leaving it there for now because I'm assuming somebody's gonna say something. Something's gonna fuck up. So it's just staying there for a second.
Okay. So with Finn on the ceiling peering down, a little boy reaches his hands out, and an invisible hand. You're doing the reduce first?
Yeah, we'll do a reduce first.
Okay. So of course, you instantly become visible, looking like a ghost. What's the boy's name? Was it Alexis? What was his name?
Christos.
Christos. Christos immediately shrinks down. He says, "Whoa!" And all the little children, some of them gasp as Christos appears in this blanket ghost right next to him. And they start saying, something's wrong with Christos. This is the ghost. Priestesses, help us, help us. And you hear
Okay,
this.
and now this is where I'm going to turn. And I'm going to cast sleep at the doorway. So that it hopefully gets like there. I'm gonna give it a half second so that they can run up and be in the doorway when I cast it.
Okay. Well, you do hear scurrying of feet from various people. I'll just lock that sleep down. And you see them all rushing in.
And it's going to be a 3rd level sleep.
Okay. Roll me the hit dice. The amount of hit points. Yep.
God damn it. I wish it would just actually roll the damn thing.
If you click on in the Roll20 check where it says 5d8 and you click on that, that will actually roll the dice. Is it a little purple thing?
Yeah. It's just if I'm upcasting it, because I'm upcasting it at 3rd level, I was kind of hoping if I clicked the button it would cast it at 3rd level, but it doesn't do that.
Okay. So that would be
we're gonna use
9d8?
Oh no.
And then that.
So 2730.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Do you cast sleep? The people immediately in your visual range thump. Thump. Thump.
Okay.
There's a but
well,
they have 9 hit points each. So that's enough for 3 of them, but not the 4th.
Okay, and now
Now?
Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do one for
Yeah,
Christoph. Oops, where's my turn tracker? So Christos will just be flat. I don't have a sheet, so he's going to be 14. The priestess of Lutheria, the one that's awake.
Could I hear the thump?
Make a perception check. There was a lot of yelling. And yes, you do.
Can I roll into initiative? Because I would go down.
Yes. Actually, I'll just move you onto the map. It's probably easiest. And I'll put Nix at the top. And you rolled a 19. So put a 19.
Oh no, that was perception.
Oh, initiative's 23. Okay, got it. Okay, so Nix, you're just going to start heading down the stairs?
Yep.
Okay, so if you were there, 5, 10, 15. So, complicated maps rather. Move Nix onto the map too. So with going down the stairs, we'll say you use 30 feet of movement to get to there. Like opening the door, going down the
Alright.
stairs, right there.
I will use my action to dash slash sneak. Not sneak, but oh man, I hate this new. So yeah, just kind of get right there and peek around the corner, see what's going on.
Okay. You see three priestesses of Lutheria asleep, and you hear one screaming that something's going on. She says, "What is the meaning of this? What is going on?"
Wait, so I can see that?
But is it scream on its initiative, or is it scream before its initiative?
On
That's
its
what I wanted to
initiative.
do. I was holding. Okay.
Okay, well, but I looked around the corner and I saw that I wasn't done. Sorry.
That's all right. So you use your dash to get over. Oh, man, can't click. So you use your dash to get to there, right? You hear
now I'm gonna
you hear a
action.
priestess yelling from around the corner.
I will action surge and cast suggestion on her.
Okay. What are you suggesting? Let's bring up the spell.
I suggest you be quiet, lay down, and go to sleep for the next 8 hours.
I'm gonna say with intruders in the temple, lying down and going to sleep is not a reasonable course of action.
Everybody else's, though, that's just peer pressure.
Yeah. It's not like other people haven't done it.
Is it rather reasonable to?
Well, I've stated my opinion as a DM. What
Course
would you
of
like to do
action
next?
sound.
Okay, cool.
What's
Am
your
I allowed to
Yeah.
alter my suggestion a little bit?
Well, I'll say Nix knows Nix's ability better than you do.
Okay. I think
Let's see it.
she would. Be come quickly and report to me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now you're concentrating on that. You are disguise self, which is in concentration, so that's fine. So something's going wrong in the temple. You say, report to me.
They are dressed as a cultist.
Yeah, they are dressed as cultists. That's right. I'm just seeing if there's any disadvantages for. No, it's fine. So, wisdom saving throw. Now we'll make this interesting. So their wisdom is flat. They have no modifiers for this. So next, roll a d20 and get between a 1 and a 14. Odds. Okay.
12.
And I think they do it on their action, which just so happens to be next anyway. You would probably have to poke your head around the corner to see her.
Yeah.
And she says, "But there are intruders here. They're doing something. What should I do?"
Stand with me. We will stop them together.
Should I wake one of my sisters first?
No, the two of us are enough. There's only one of them.
And she rushes over and stands beside you. Some of the kids start screaming because, and some of them are looking around in bewilderment. Some of them, the ones screaming, you suspect are the ones that have thoroughly, drunk the Kool-Aid and are very much under the influence of Lutheria. Christos, just as holding on to your hand is just still amazed at how small he is. Finn on the top of the roof, what do you do?
Finn changes to his human form, which means he falls from the roof. Take the I guess 2d6 damage.
5 points of damage.
5 points.
Go up again. We'll say you land there. There. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then he
And
will.
pass
Then...
without a trace is gone. Or is it gone?
Not necessarily.
No.
Concentration.
Not
I guess.
necessarily. Okay.
No, yeah, not
Make a
yet.
con save?
It might in a minute, but not. Well, it will in a minute. Don't worry about it. It will in a minute. I'm gonna drop it anyway.
Okay.
Irrelevant. So I'm gonna run to. I got 40 feet, so I'm gonna run to there and cast Hold Person on this guy. Not next, but of course the other guy.
Okay. What save is it?
Hold Person. Wisdom.
Wisdom. How much?
My DC is 15.
Okay. Same deal with you. Roll a d20. Pray for between 1 and 14. Okay. So hold person paralyzes them effectively?
Yeah.
Have a look. So it'll be paralyzed. Okay, so be paralyzed or falls to the ground. She falls to the ground, is paralyzed. And we'll see. She gets a save at the end of her turn. So we'll see what happens. But Finn, you're concentrating on hold person, and she does fall to the ground right next to someone you would know is next, we'll say. Okay.
Yep. That's true.
Okay, Karin.
Yeah, yell at Koranski, get out of here.
Okay, Blanket Ghost is gonna grab the child's, grabbing the child's hands, gonna move them, like a little bit further so that they're not enlarging into the cage, because that sounds like it would hurt.
Okay.
She's gonna drop the concentration on that and then swap it out for a 3rd level invisibility so that we both turn invisible.
Okay, so you're both invisible. Okay, so we'll say that's your action. Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to drag the child with me and head this direction towards the door.
Okay, he just holds on to your hand and momentarily catches your eye as you briefly moment visible. Then you start leaving. Next, what do you do?
I am going to say to this cultist, stay calm and don't do anything. I'll run and get help. And then I will run and then dash up the stairs and then calmly close the door behind me and just make sure nobody is coming towards the door.
Okay, this cultist is being held by Finn. It's crumpled on the floor, paralyzed.
Correct.
But yes, so dash upstairs. The cultist, I'll make a wisdom saving throw. Isaac as well remains paralyzed. Finn, what are you doing?
Finn's gonna run to here and wait. He'll hold. I can hold a spell, so I'll hold action until. Well, I'm gonna know when they pass me. He'll tell the Corin, let me know when you pass, and then when he passes, he's gonna cast plant growth. He'll go to here. Plant growth all throughout this bottom corridor here.
Okay.
Is that
plant
concentration?
Growth, I'll show it to you.
Oh,
it is
thanks.
not.
Okay. Okay, so it's quadruple their movement, in other words.
Yeah, and no damage, so nobody should wake up. Nobody should.
Okay.
Just growing a lot of vegetation all kinds around them.
I don't see anything that's going to stop you guys going to the top level. So, Corin, yeah, you rush past with Christos in tow. He's thoroughly confused, being first of all shrunk, then turns invisible, but he's up with it. He's griply firming onto his hand. He trusts you. And Finn, as they dash past, you cast Plant Growth. And this whole area down here just erupts in plants. And you see the plants growing up and starts entangling these cultists. And they're unable to, well, even if they're conscious, they're unable to move. I'll give the cultist another save, and they remain paralyzed for now. And you guys rush up upstairs. Huh. Surprisingly good.
We're all amazed.
Yeah. Plan actually works. And so you rush up the top here. Invisible. There's chaos in the temple as people are coming and going. Nix, Corin, Finn, Christos. What are you guys doing? Just getting the hell out of there?
We at top. Finn will jump back into a spider and jump in back in Nix's robes so he can get out smoothly.
Okay. Once again, you'd be a floating spider if you did that.
No, Nix.
Nope.
Not
Oh,
Corn.
Nix. Okay, Nix. Okay, fair enough. Okay, scrambles up on Nix. And you find a gap in the crowd, you push your way through, and you have Christos in tow. And you're invisible.
That's amazing.
And
That's amazing.
you got away with it. Well done.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I know.
One
Wow.
child. One of them.
Hey, an important one,
Important.
One is better than none.
right?
First group I've ever been a part of that the plan fully worked.
I know, right?
Miracles do happen.
Multiple campaigns. First we've done whatever worked.
Okay, yeah.
So true. That's
It
fun.
only cost me 75 gold.
That's pretty cheap for a plan. Let's be serious.
Right?
Right?
No
So
blood, I
next,
guess.
Corin,
Full
yeah,
group.
absolutely. Well done. Where do you take Christos?
I think we were supposed to go talk to Valis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Castle, I
straight
guess.
to battle.
And Nick's still looking like an acolyte of Lutheria. It's easy for enough for you to slip out as well.
Are they guarding the donation box very well, or is the chaos too much?
Make an insight check, Nix.
Ew.
You're not sure. I mean, there is chaos. Everybody protects their money, but there's lots of people shouting them at the same time. But it's a lot of money. I mean, you know there's at least 75 gold pieces in the donation box.
Mm. Is tempting, and yeah, she has to like after everyone else has left, just as she is leaving last, using her telekinesis to try and swipe some of that money back. So I would be like,
Okay, so...
kind of out the door somewhere, you know.
Are you looking to
Around
take the
here.
whole donation box? Is that what you're doing?
No, gosh, no. Just a few coins from it that might not be missed.
Okay. This is
I
as
mean,
per
unless
spell,
the
right?
whole
This is-
box is just being left out there. I mean,
Well, there is the...
not just a few coins.
Okay, we'll say this is the box here, this one here. And I keep on
Okay.
going back and forth, closing the lid, putting in copper, silvers. No golds comes from there.
Oh no,
Mr. Oren and Finn have left, but the chaos is still happening
Well.
out the side.
Finn's
oh, if I
taking
don't
that
see
right on his
any
shoulder,
gold
but he
in
did
there,
Well,
if there's no gold in there, I'll...
there is gold in there, but the groupies that are going through are just dropping silver and gold. Silver and gold.
Gotcha.
sorry.
If I can get a few of the gold pieces out, that is what I would be going for.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, terrible roll.
Oh, with a +10. Let me just check some numbers on these cultists. Okay, some numbers on the twins. Well, you think you've got away with it. You could swipe 10 gold pieces quite easily with that 15. There's lots more in there, though.
All right. No, I will have to be satisfied with the 10. She's not greedy, but even though she is.
Greedy but not foolish, perhaps. Okay, so eventually, what are you guys doing? You're going to wind down the chaos? What's Cassandra and Bulbug and team doing?
Drooling at the thought of the wine, getting more impatient for wine.
Okay, Cassandra, Tethys?
She'll like. Does she see everyone leave? Like,
We don't see.
'cause one of them's in disguise, the other one's invisible, and one's a spider.
Cassandra, make me a perception check to see if you recognize the cultist that is Nyx. Say
And
DC.
Tethys sends a message.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Sure. Screaming, I'm like, I messaged them like, hey, what's going on down there? You need help, kind of thing.
Okay, so the message comes back that everything went well and they're leaving. And I assume Tethys relays that to the rest of the party. Cassandra and Bulbug and everybody else know that the remarkably well planned out scheme, or the remarkably fortunate scheme, however you want to look at it, it works out regardless.
Bulbug didn't hear anything. How do you know?
He just knows things. It's crazy.
Okay, Bulbug trust friend.
And then Cassandra will just give like a nod to Trellis and just like once again, sorry. And then she'll just oh yeah.
She's fumbling over words as another cultist tries to push her way past her into the temple.
And then yeah, she'll just nod and start to walk away.
Okay, so with a remarkably good kidnapping of a child, you make your way back.
The only time you can say that in a positive.
Yep.
He came willingly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Not really a kidnapping. A rescuing of a child, we'll say. You make your way back to the king's palace. You're welcomed. Do you drop your disguise self?
Oh yeah.
Drop the invisible. Corin?
Yeah.
One
I'll,
safely
like,
in the king's
kinda-
palace.
Yeah, in the King's Palace if I can.
Okay. And you seek out Velis? I'll take that as a yes, because it's such an obvious thing to do. So you go to the king's palace, and you are welcomed in. I mean, you have done remarkable things in the city already, not least of which was stopping the storm and negotiating a solution to the problem. And you're taken to Velis's quarters, where she's lying down on a chaise lounge. I think that's what it's called, the fainting couch, I think is what's also known as. And you see Velis there with her retinue around her, and this rather interesting little boy with you. And she says, the heroes of the Oracle, and Bulbug, I believe.
Bulbug.
Bulbug, yes. Would you like some more steaks, Bulbug?
Grilled fish this time, please, and wine.
She waves a hand, not even having to say anything, and eventually 5 grilled fish, kind of each about a foot long, and a bottle of wine appears. Okay. And Velis says, oh, and who are you, young man? And he kind of leans into Corin and says, he's looking around very nervously. Like, a lot of the members who end up in the cult come from the slum area of the city, and he is in a palace before a queen. He's just stumbling over his words.
Yeah, I'll just give him a little reassuring pat on the head as well.
No, he burst out crying. That's all been too much for me.
Yeah, just give him a minute. I think he needs a good cry.
Why, of course. I assume this is Christos?
Yeah.
Queen Velis gets off her fainting couch, or chaise lounge, and gets down right onto Christos's level. And this is almost remarkable for many reasons. I mean, this is a person from the slums, and this is the literal queen of the city. This is the literal goddess of wisdom and goddess of beauty. And she gets down and says, "Come on, Christos. Dry your tears. Same question I asked for your Minotaur friend over there. What would you like to eat?" And he wipes his tears and says, "Candy?" She says, "I'll get you some candy, sweetheart. Just wait here." And she waves her hand again.
That's appropriate.
And eventually some very sticky toffee appears and he starts gleefully munching on it. And she kind of straightens up his hair, gives him a quick little hug, and all of a sudden, it seems, with the remarkable charisma of the Queen of Wisdom and Beauty, they're all of a sudden BFFs. And she goes back to her chaise lounge, and he just sits on the side of it, making the chaise lounge slightly sticky with this toffee. But he's as happy as anything. Well, heroes of the Oracle, I assume you rescued this kid from the Temple of Lutheria. And from what you told me before, there are as many other people there, and there are some untoward things happening in the temple. Is there anything else I need to know before I, shall we say, make my move against the temple?
They do know that we were just there?
No, they don't actually, do they? Because they didn't really see your face. You're invisible, you cast sleep, makes a brief second.
No, they know Cassandra was there. I mean, they
Yeah,
saw
but just-
Cassandra the whole time, though, so it's kind of
But-
awkward.
Just signing, like, autographs and stuff, though, right?
Strange, just like an apology
They-
thing.
They might have, like, suspicions. Maybe somebody might recognize this, but, I mean, it was pretty quick. Messing around, like, it's like a
Well,
You know.
you've done it very effectively. Were there any casualties?
no casualties.
Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
there was a kid that had been sacrificed already. That's technically a death, I guess. We didn't kill anybody.
Well, that's terrible news to hear about the child sacrifice. But yeah, no casualties. That's exactly what I asked you for. Now, my second question is, what should I expect when I send my people down there? We'll have a mandate now, so I can send them. What should they expect?
We'll get inscribed, though. They want to know exactly. I mean, what we could say there.
How long would plants
How many
last?
guards we saw?
Plants last.
Oh, gosh. Good question. Forever?
Really says
Forever.
it.
No, it is long. 8 hours. No, wait, 8 hours. Wait. No, wrong thing, sorry.
It just stays there.
It stays there, yeah.
Huh.
It's a powerful spell, but not used very much.
Well, it is third level. I think of it as Bible
Yeah.
level. That's a powerful spell. Okay,
Absolutely. It's a good bet.
so I should expect some plant growth down there, Finn?
Yeah, it should be well vegetated.
Well, my men carry swords, and women, of course. They carry swords, so... Okay. Well, you've all done a service to Metros yet again. I will send some centurions with the evidence that we'll get from this boy. And you've done a remarkable thing. With your victory in the games, Finn, combined with this blow against the Temple of Lutheria, this city is going to swing quite hard towards worship of the five gods. I thank you once again. You are a blessing to the city.
Right, I have a question, actually.
Sure.
Can we, like, or can I guess me, sponsor this kid to be, like, at the Temple of the Five instead of the Temple of Lutheria? Would that be a thing I could do?
Yes, but I would need to confer with his parents.
If that's okay. I'll give a little
Okay.
thumbs up.
Do some time twisting. That thing you mentioned about sponsoring, the parents would be more than happy for you to sponsor him. It'd be 25 gold pieces per year.
Oh god, that's like nothing. Yeah, sure. I don't say that out loud. I do not say that out loud.
And nothing
But
to
I
you,
will agree. Yeah.
but beyond the reach of most people. Okay. And do a little bit of time twisting, and Christoph studies under the Temple of the Five, learns valuable lessons, and becomes a standing, upright member of society. You've done a good thing. And you've done such a good thing, such a clever thing, such a non-lethal thing, that you can take it some DM inspiration.
Very cool.
So DM
Yay.
inspiration all around for a job well done. Should be more generous with my
amazing. That's-
inspiration.
Bullbug always inspired because he have new friends.
Okay, so Queen Vela starts making preparations for the ultimate dissembling, I'm going to say, of the Temple of Lutheria. People know that some people do come in and don't come out, and now it seems that it's all out in the open. Okay, so well done. What would you guys like to do?
We get a long rest in after that, I'm assuming.
Sure. A long rest.
Okay.
And you're more
Oh, I was exhausted.
in the King's Palace.
No big deal. What are we doing next, guys? That was a big deal.
The next thing was, I think this was the last thing we had in the city, and the next one was the ship or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ultros.
Yeah. We have a map towards that, I think.
Where's the map? There it is. Ah, there's the...
It's a map. It's a map. It's a map.
So I'm just thinking, Dora has it in her backpack.
Ooh, do we know like a convenient way to get to the deadfalls?
The easiest way would probably go back to the Sour Vintage. It's a fairly well-travelled path. And then there's no real path to the Deadfalls. There's no reason people go there, as a rule. Get to the Sour Vintage easily enough, but then after that, problematic.
Okay, I mean we could probably follow the river.
Friend, Bullbug say the easiest way is use your legs, one foot after the other.
Thanks, Bullbug. Can't believe I didn't think of it.
You're welcome. Can we bring wine for the trip?
Yes, we can bring some wine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no one's opposed to that. Probably following the river so we don't get lost.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So you spend the night at the temple. You notice like a couple of things. King Acastus looks more frantic than usual, and you notice Queen Valis walking around with a wry smile on her face. She's definitely struck a blow for the fire gods and a blow against the Titans. And as you're making your preparations to leave, Valis approaches Cassandra once again and says, Cassandra, a moment of your time, if you'd be so kind.
Of course.
While it was great news about the Temple of Lutheria, I'm afraid the situation with your father has not improved. He still has not woken up. I'm just wondering if you have any instructions, anything you wish to tell him if he does wake up. I understand that you'll be leaving our city in the near future.
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't know if there's really anything I can do to help him wake, but you could tell the stubborn bastard not to die while I'm gone. If he does wake, that would be great.
Of course. I mean, well, I hope he does wake up, of course. But, you know, I know how much he gave up for you, Cassandra. I know how much he sacrificed to lead the city. And we saw what happened with Cairo when she died. She came back. I'm not so sure the same will be true for your father.
And has my sister, that I keep forgetting the name of, been notified of his condition? Enora, yes, Enora. Or half-sister, I guess.
Yes, she has. I made sure that she knew.
Okay.
And from what I understand, she's more or less taking up the helm of leadership in Pythor's absence.
Yes.
It'll become permanent, maybe it won't. But we'll see. So what I'm hearing is keep him comfortable. Tell him not to die.
Yeah, and tell him that I'll keep my promise to him.
I assume he'll know what that means.
Yeah.
And the promise is to finish the things that he didn't, right?
Exactly, and stop being an idiot.
Well, keep an eye on him. He might have lost some of his strength, but I'm sure his stubbornness will remain as well. And I'm assuming he'll be too stubborn to die, so we'll keep him comfortable as best we can. Best of luck on your journey.
Thank you.
So, you leave the temple, the king's palace, and there's the usual people crowding around you, just wanting your attention. But you notice there's a small group of people off to the side, and like you're not drawing their attention, but the object of their attention is easily spotted. It is an incredibly lifelike statue of a woman that has suddenly appeared in the middle of the city street, and the statue has an abject look of terror on its face. And you're familiar enough with the city that you know that there was no statue there before, and if it was a statue, it's a very unusual statue. What do you want to do?
It's just a statue, just in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's anybody of particular importance. Like it's not a king standing, proudly with a sword across his chest or a figure of great beauty. It's just a woman with a look of abject terror on her face.
I mean, I got nothing I want to do. If any of you want to do anything,
Nope.
Should Bulldog move her out of road?
maybe if then it's not in the way of carts and people and stuff. Maybe.
Oh, it's definitely in the way.
Yeah, we could move it off to the side.
Okay, Bulldog moves that too.
Who are
We
we
have
talking
more
to, Crow
pressing
or-
issues.
It'll take like a minute.
We have Crow or Corin?
Corin right now.
Corin, still Corin. Okay, so you, as like Bullbug and Cassandra move over to pick up the statue, and before you get there, some Centurions, guards of the city, come and surround the statue. Just step aside, please. This is no doubt the work of the Lady of Coins. We will deal with this matter. If you provide assistance, it'll be welcome, but this is no doubt the work of the Lady of Coins.
Friend, but Bulldog's stronger than both them. Why Bulldog step aside?
This is a matter for the Centurions. We will, unless you have any way to help. This is not the first time she's done this. Every so often we find these statues around. Yes, the Lady of Coins is no doubt behind this.
I mean, if they got it handled, then yeah, I'll just leave it. Seems to be a
Okay.
normal thing.
You
Well, time for
offered your
one.
help.
They said step aside. They don't need our help. So, fuck them.
We got more important places to be anyway.
Okay, so the Centurions, you can still attempt to move it, Bullbug and Cassandra, off the side of the street?
They told us to stand
No.
aside.
Bulldog's friend said no, fuck him.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, Malcolm adjusts his notes. Statue of Terror subplot. Ignored? That's fine. That's all good. Okay, so you make your way out of the city of Mitros. And which way are you going? How are you traveling? What are you doing? Just hitting
Going
more
to
of
the
this
sour
south
vintage.
Okay. So to get to the sour vintage, like you say, 2 days of travel. You head past the Mossy Temple. Are you going to go and check out what's happening there, or just move right on by? Because that's about halfway.
Is that angry squirrel guy gonna be there again?
It's kind of a dick.
I'm a dick.
Who attacked the Bulldog's friend?
Ah, don't worry about it. He's just a pest.
Okay.
Go roll me a D100, please.
Oh, a D100.
84.
Can't remember the last time I used one of those.
Right?
Now you remember, players don't, the characters definitely would, that you heard rumors that Ketamane's arms were moving again. They weren't just static, something was happening. And having encountered them on the way to the necropolis last time, you come across another, just two this time, a pair of enormous stone forearms reach out of the ground next to the path that you're following. At the moment, the statues are completely still, frozen in a gesture that appears to be grasping at the sky. Although the stonework appears to be finely carved, there are no other signs of civilizations or any man-made structures anywhere in the vicinity. What do you do?
Do these ones seem to have moved recently? Or are they just vibing?
Perception check, if you like, Corin. If you notice any subtle twitches or anything around them. They are grasping up to the sky and ever so slightly moving. Takes you a couple of minutes to even detect the movement, but there is some movement in the arms, and they're just kind of slowly reaching up into the sky.
Well, okay, that's weird. Let's go.
Right?
I like that.
You don't
We're just
see
gonna-
anything to
I'm
do
just
with
gonna
it.
do a little nod and leave them be.
To give them a wide arc.
Yep. I don't want those things moving at me, man. That's scary as shit.
Okay. So you give the hands of Ketamane a wide arc, and you set up camp. Nothing interesting happens in the night. And you carry away to the Sour Vintage. And on the way there, Nix is going to roll a D100 for me. Okay. So, just outside of the Sour Vintage, as you're approaching, maybe an hour or so out of it, you see peals of bleating laughter herald the appearance of 6 diminutive humanoid goats. These are no doubt the goatlings that you meet in the Mossy Temple. And there's, let's roll for it. There are a total of 5 of them, and they start making lewd gestures and throwing insults at them, and some of them are just laughing uncontrollably. And you hear them, their lewd gestures and insult are completely and utterly focused on Corin. There she is! Lutheria is chosen! Look at how ugly she is! She's a bird, we should pluck her and cook her for dinner! And they throw a rock at you, Corin. Let's roll it like this. And what's your armor class? 14. A rock clunks you on the head for that much damage. 1 point of damage. And they just laugh and say, let's pluck her like a chicken! Let's hear she squawks! Squawk for Lutheria, bird, squawk! They start making squawking noise and wandering around like a chicken. All
Here's
directly.
what I got covered. Here's what I got cover her, like shield her.
Okay? She's a coward! She needs other people to protect her! No wonder! She's a coward! Lutheria chose wisely. Look how ugly she is, and her ugly face, and her ugly feathers, and her ugly hair! And her stupid feet!
Oh, that's not good.
Crying.
Don't make fun of Bulbug's friend. Bulbug put you to sleep. And he charges.
Look at that cry, baby! Okay, as Corin gets bullied.
From Newark, but it doesn't leave until 6.
Hey, next we can hear you, man.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to.
Yeah, it's cool. So you know.
Sounds like he was speaking
Yeah.
tongues for a second.
Coming.
Apologize.
Didn't know you were a cleric now with the level spell.
That's what I get for just trying to hold the mic away from my face.
Okay. Okay. Here's a map I put together. Oh, Kythion apparently was a large last time I was here, but Kythion feels really sad about this whole situation. Bulbug,
Bulbug's a little too small.
And what do we had? We had Finn kind of protecting Corin. So Corin down there. Nix, what would Nix be doing? Other than picking people up from the airport. Oh, you're back on mute, Nix. Oh, Nix is hanging out with Cassandra, the frontliners. Titus, gonna be hanging out at the back shooting arrows?
That sounds like a good plan, yes.
Okay, so set up like that, and as Bulbug goes to rushes, everybody's fully aware what's going down. So, can everybody please?
Roll for initiative.
They done messed up, made fun of Bulbug's friends.
Now they die.
Oh, my initiative, man.
It's better than mine.
Oh, and we roll for Titus.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Okay, great.
I'm in my computer now. I rolled essentially myself. Maybe I didn't put my character right.
That's right, I'll join 22. Didn't realize you were back.
Just got back.
Okay, perfect timing is. Now, it does really matter where everybody is standing, and Tithis, you see Bulbug getting ready to charge. You're the first to react. These goatlings are obviously not a fan of Crow for whatever reason. What do you do?
I will shoot a goat.
Which
with
goat
my
will you
bow.
shoot? Okay.
This one right here. And we're just gonna shoot the bow.
You can't hit me, and you don't hit him as the arrows fly. Over top. Oh, of course, I've got a friend with you. I forgot. Kyra is joining you for this leg of the journey.
Yay.
So Kyra, she'll do. Let's roll her into
Sleeping
initiative.
control again.
Hey! Don't jinx it, man! Oops, what have I done? Okay, Tithis, you get your shot off. It misses. What else do you do?
I think that's it. Yeah, except I missed my shot and I stand around in the back. I'll go here.
Just laugh at you. Yeah! You're a goat like us! Come join us! You're on the wrong side, you incompetent fool! His arrow flies over top of his head. First thing Kyra does, he comes over to Crow. Crow, are you okay? Need a hug?
Okay. Take a hug.
Okay, she gives you a nice warm embrace of a hug. That will be your action. Her action will be to hug Crow. Okay, one of these little shit goatlings. Who actually? I showed you this. This is what the goatlings actually look like. Lizard little creatures.
I hate me.
Good eating.
Hey, look at this stupid bird creature. She's not even barely worth cooking, and her face looks like the ass end of a pig. Oren, make a wisdom saving throw. That's really personal, but you shake it off, no effect. And she says, "Attack!" And he fires a sling. Let's see if the sling was within range. No, it's not. She's going to shuffle forward. Just a. Whoop! Grows up one thing. He shuffles forward just a little bit. Fires a sling at Corin. Oops, where's she's gone? Fires a sling. Says, "Oof." And what's a 24? And another stone clocks you in the forehead, Corin, and you take 7 points of damage. Fix it! Focus on her! She's the ugly one! Attack the ugly one! He takes a step back. Cassandra.
I'm going to rage.
Yes.
Because they are making fun of and hurting my friend. And the one that just hit her is going to die first.
How do you can't hit me, you ugly woman?
I'm going to attack recklessly because they're insulting me now.
Okay. That hits.
23. Cool.
And it just explodes. She's completely crushed under the dramatic pause. And there's a smear on the ground.
And she'll just say, who's next?
They all point at each other.
I'll just make my way into the middle and this guy gets it next.
Okay. Roll damage. Another smear on the ground. Just, it's the pool of blood and gore. Nothing much remains.
And I'll move here with the rest of my movement.
Okay, taking a step over there. The goatling next to you. You shouldn't be squashing people like a bugs. In fact, you should be a bug. You look like a it's a cockroach. Make a wisdom saving throw, me, please, Cassandra.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh.
It is Cassandra turns into a cockroach.
Yes.
Picks up the cockroach and then takes off north.
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bye.
Bullock.
Well, Bullbug can't get there. That doesn't make him happy at all. But he will charge over here because they're being mean to his friends still. And we're gonna do this reckless. And I'm gonna try something here, Malcolm. Because I do have 2 attacks, but I want to morph them together. Rule of cool, because I'm 2 sizes larger than them. Since I am large and they are small, I would like to grab Bullbug. Would like to grab each of the goatlings, pick them up, smash them together, symbol style, non-lethal.
Okay, so just make two attacks, and we'll see. We'll say hit with both attacks. You can absolutely do that.
What do you want to call this? Gore then, or great action? Both the same plus.
Oh, whatever. As long as I got the same.
16
Yeah.
and a 20.
Yeah, you clock the heads together. Yeah, they were difficult when you guys were first or second level, but now not so much. But you clunk their heads together, and they instantly go limp in your hands.
And Bullbug will just drop them. Bullbug, make them shut up for friend.
Very good. Next.
Yes, I would. How far away is the one that grabbed Cassandra?
From you, about 60 feet. 55, 60 feet. 60 feet.
Alright, then I will run up 30. And take a shot at the one running off with Cassandra.
Nailed it.
And I will put some psychic dice behind that, make sure this thing goes down. So,
13. Oh, that's a cool.
and 14, 27 total.
The creature gets a big old arrow right in the small of its back and then falls to the ground with a thump. This little cockroach scuttled. Oh, no, actually, no. The concentration is lost. Cassandra, you feel slightly odd. You find yourself crawling around on all fours, but you're back in Cassandra form.
That was interesting interaction.
Okay.
Is that what it's like to wild shape?
And next, that's your turn.
I will. Yep. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So as the bullbug smashes their heads, Cassandra skewers them easily, and then the magic user, the goatling trickster, falls. The goatling looks around and says, I'm just kidding! Look how beautiful Corin is! She is Lutheria's chosen because she's so beautiful. Peace, peace. And then he kind of shuffles forward over here in a very non-threatening manner, just on his hands and knees. Oh, let's forgive it. I will tell you the secret, Lutheria. I will serve you. Just spare my pathetic little life.
Then we'll cast Fairy Fire, and that radius 30 captures those two. To let Bulldog have his way with them.
Well, I don't want to meta, but we have traveled for 2 days. Would you have asked Bulbug about his past at all?
Sure.
Okay, well then you would know this. That Bulbug does not kill.
Oh, that's fine, but you still get to knock him out heavily.
Already knocked out.
Yeah. Alright. I think they want to again. I was very hard to level up spells. So it was like easy answer. He just cast Frostbite, the one that's just coming toward him.
Sure.
This one. Let's see, Michael.
So DC 15 con save.
Yeah.
Very happy. And says, "Oh, please, spare me!" And as the ice crystallizes around him, he slows down and says, and he passes out from the cold.
That works.
And with that, they're all either unconscious or dead. You can drop out of initiative order.